Will the streak continue into next year? You just heard the confidence on the AI front. What about the S&P more broadly? Let's bring in Sam Stovall. He's the chief investment strategist at CFRA. And Sam, would you describe it as a melt up into year end? I mean, when you take the performance of the S&P in conjunction with the metals and other winning trades, it feels a little bit that way. What do you think?
Hey, Kelly, happy holidays. Well, certainly this year has been surprising in terms of its resilience. We declined 19% in only about 2 months. Normally, it takes 4 months to go from peak to trough, and then another 4 months to get back to break even, but we did that again in about 3 months. So very, very quick recovery, and we're up 17.5% through last night. But I think, as the prior guest had indicated, the earnings have been rising as well. So we've been seeing an 11% gain in earnings this year, expected to see more than 14% next year, and a 15% advance in 2027. So it appears as if the fundamentals have been confirming the price advance.
So what do you foresee lurking around the corner? Our semi-analyst just told us, literally, buy these names, NVIDIA and Broadcom, right now. You're going to miss it. They're going to take off in it, which is, it's hard to believe, but not that hard to believe, but to continue a run like the run we've been on, right? We're all looking around to say, what are we missing? You heard analysts come on the show and say, when the first time, one of these major hyperscalers or something tells us there's a little bit of a demand issue, the whole trade, like everyone's still worried about what could go wrong.
Absolutely. But if the market goes up 80% of the time on a total return basis, you pretty much have to be totally convinced that something's going to go wrong to want to step away from this market. And if you look to history indicating that following an up year, you want to let your winners ride into the new year. Communication services, technology, industrials are the three best performing sectors in 2025. And a strategy of owning the best following a good year, owning the worst following a bad year, has added 300 basis points per year to the market's return and has beaten the market 70% of the time. So with semiconductors having posted 45% gains in earnings this year and expected to show a 64% rise in earnings in 2026, I think it indicates that there's still upside potential.
Those are great stats. What about the whole year? It's year 4, correct? Next year of the bull market. Do you put much stock in that? And does it have sort of a signal? Is that a sign that, we're going to keep going strong? Is it a sign that the gains could peter out? Or, again, how many times does it matter, I guess, whether the market goes on 3 or 4 years? I'm only saying so many of the traditional patterns have been broken this cycle, at least the ones in recent decades. So does it matter if we're heading into year 4? And if so, what does it tell you?
Yes, it does matter, because traditionally the trip-up year is the third year. We successfully navigated the third year and are now in the fourth year. And historically, when that has happened, bull markets have lasted about 6 years. I think history is a great guide. It's obviously never gospel, but it gives you sort of a weather vane approach as to what will likely happen in the year ahead. I don't think that we're going to end up with a four-peat, meaning 4 consecutive years of double-digit gains. We have only had that happen one time since World War II. We did, of course, have one time of a 5-peat in the late 1990s. So only 2 instances since World War II with this kind of consecutive gain, I think would be hard to expect. But I still believe that we're likely to see mid to high single-digit gain. So my target is 7,400 for the end of 2026.
It's fascinating. And I'm sympathetic to the idea that AI could be as transformative as the internet. So you go, well, if you believe that, do you foresee a few more years of double-digit S&P gains? I don't know.
Yeah, I think what's the old joke? What's the difference between an all-weather radial tire and a 30% total return? Well, one's a good year, the other's a great year. I think we end up with a good year.